Monster loves you. Roar, roar. Hey, good lookins, what's cooking? So we're a big scary adult monster now, roar! And we can either go into politics or go on more scary adventures. We're going to try and do both today so we can be as well-rounded as possible. Now, what I want to do is get cleverness and ferocity up, as they are kind of lacking. Our kindness is at maximum, so we don't need to worry about that. We can get into as many fights as possible. I think what we start off with is politics, so we can try something new. Okay, we have political adventures, apparently. Okay. What should we go for? Let's go for the guy. I want to try and get my neurosurgery points up as well, if that's the thing. That did happen way back in the first chapter, but I don't know. I have no idea how that works. But let's see if we can build that up. The spine doctor is treating 2 injured monsters in Portent Square. She breaks off her own quills and uses them like sewing needles. A little iron pot boils over a small fire, but it's just water. The doctor seems to have run out of something. Let's offer to get involved. Jump straight in. You join the spine doctor, who accepts your help approvingly. How will you aid her? We can hold the cuts closed, but I think that would be useless without any actual proper medicine, so we should go and fetch some medicine. There we go. The doctor nods to you and sends you to her hovel for a big clay jar. When you bring it back, she opens the lid, revealing hundreds of leaves, twigs, dead bugs, and human pills. She selects a few by feel alone and feeds them to the patients, who soon stir. There we go. So we helped out. We made some guys a bit healthier. Okay, so these political missions seem to be about earning respect. So we want to get as much respect as possible before we finish the game, so we can leave behind an awesome legacy. Maybe they respect me more if I stop the evil snake threat that seems to have come back. The snake moon is rising in the sky, and it's time to gather snakes for the ritual. Okay, I'm not sure what the snake moon ritual is, but let's just do it. Let's just go out and get as many snakes as possible. Let's be proactive. You wander the fields near the whale mist. It's easy to catch snakes, but every time you reach for another one, some of them squirm out of your grasp. Most of your snakes are getting away. We do want to build up our ferocity, so we could just squish them. Oh, we got cleverness as well. Awesome. You come to the ritual with 10 snakes draped over your shoulders and greet the other monsters with your dead snakes. Cool, we got respect and honesty. Many of the other monsters brought live snakes, but they let you put your dead ones into the scaly cauldron. The monsters gather around the cauldron. Pruff Rock scrapes 2 sticks together to light a fire. It's gonna be a fun night, and there was much rejoicing. Yay, so that was a successful snake moon ritual. We used dead snakes, but it still worked out. Let's go with the guy jumping into the air. Has he learnt the power of flight? It's levitation, Holmes. Monsters are gathering round the skull pole. They invite you to dance with them. Yeah, let's dance! The only problem is you've never done the skull dance, and now everyone is watching you. We can either let's bust into our own thing. We can start a new trend. They'll all do the Zoey dance. It would be awesome. You move closer to the skull pole. We can try and show respect for the skulls, or we can dance fast. Let's show respect, because if they're like previous elders' skulls and I'm just like dancing all over them, that wouldn't look very good. There we go, we got honesty and respect. Awesome. You dance slowly and somberly, not quite sure what to do, but doing it with dignity. When you finish, all the other monsters howl with approval. Awesome! I had no idea what I was doing, but it worked out, apparently. So that's fine. We go into some more politics. I want to get as much respect as possible. Let's go for the pointy guy that's pointing. Or the food. Or the human. Yeah, last time we clicked the human, it went on a human adventure, so that could be fun. You hear Gritmitten telling younger monsters about the human that almost killed him. It's the pointy parts that get ya, he says. Always wait until the knife is pointing somewhere else and then run away. He turns to you and says, "Isn't that right?" Explain to the youngsters that a human knife is always dangerous, exaggerate the story to strike fear into them, or impress everyone by claiming to be an expert. Nah, that's lying. We'll just explain that a human knife is always dangerous. We need to save as many monsters as possible. There we go. Got some honesty. You calmly expand on Grit Mitten's tale, sharing what you have learned about the frightening blades of the humans. The young monsters promise that they will treat such things with respect, even if nobody's holding one. There we go. So hopefully we've helped some young monsters not get into trouble. Not die, most importantly. I'd much prefer it if they didn't get stabbed by a human. One more political adventure. We go for the guy shouting. He's all like, "Rawr!" It's the scream-along, sing-along! Everyone's screaming! Loudest monster wins! Let's go straight into a scream! Ah! You're totally going to break some windows and eardrums, but why are all these monsterlings here? Your singing has been known to hurt their little ears. The only choice really is to bout it out. I'm not one to back away from the singing competition, plus my monster's a bard. Bard as heck. Let's go! Ah! I'm guessing that's what my monster would sound like. You sing about loss and secret love and a plate with no pancakes on it. Your song is sad and strong, but the other monsters sense that you're holding back. The monsterlings, on the other hand, are terrified. Now we can cut loose at No, if we cut loose, the other monsterlings are going to basically poop themselves. That's not good. That happened last time to me, and I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone else. So let's sing proudly, but rein it in a little. Windows crack, eardrums perforate, and monsterlings flee. Later you find out that they heard your screams in Zanak, miles and miles away. So that wasn't so bad. Good. So that worked. What do we need to get? We need... Is ferocity... No, cleverness is the lowest, so we need to boost cleverness. We will go on a bit of an exploration before we do some more politics. Here we go. Oh, the Scapegoat! Let's see what the Scapegoat's up to. A squirrel hops into a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to bury nuts and make something of itself. You drop on it from a branch, grab it, and twist its head off. Well, that was sudden. A young wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps the squirrel out of your claws, and runs off, laughing and barking. Wolves can bark now? She must be multilingual. Plus it looks like she's faster than you. Well, we can chase after it, or we can turn the tables on it. I'm not quite sure what that would entail, but let's try. A second squirrel creeps up and pokes at the discorporated head of the first one. You grab the new squirrel and chew on it a little while thinking. Lure the wolf closer with the squirrel. Here we go. Okay, we got some cleverness. You dangle the squirrel over your maw, waiting. The wolf tries to steal it as planned, but you slash her with your claws and she flees, learning not to mess with you again. Awesome! Let's go on another exploration mission. The snakes are back again. Always with the snakes. Let's see what the snake problem is this time. You take the lead on a hunt in the whale mist, but you've become separated from your group. Suddenly you catch sight of something. There! Within that thicket, rumour has it an especially large, clever snake tricked Nash Nash, biting her and made her sick for days. And it's right there, waiting, watching. You've beaten and eaten snakes. You've beaten and eaten snakes before. Time to eat another. Yeah, we can do it again. We've nailed it every time we've fought a snake so far. You slowly creep up on it, sharpening your claws. Suddenly you stop. A print in the dirt is clearly from Nash Nash's foot, and that's definitely dried monster blood around it. Oh, poor Nash Nash. Okay. I use myself as bait. Yeah, okay, let's try it. Yes, more bravery. After a warm afternoon in the forest, pretending not to look around, you begin to yawn. You wait for what seems like ages. Maybe this is too subtle. Let's gather a group. I think just standing here is not going to accomplish much. So let's try and... There we go. We got some respect for asking others for help. So you fall in with some other monsters hunting the snake. You soon come upon it devouring a bear, swarm on it as a pack, and cut it to pieces. Yay! Wow, they call me the Snake Slayer. I ain't afraid of no snake. I've used that several times, so that's fine. Another human knife. Let's see if we can find a way to help. You find a red hood and a basket in the middle of the forest path. A human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front. Sounds like the tale of Red Riding Hood going on here. So what we will do, we can take the hood and basket and go home, or we can explore a bit more. Let's explore the house. There's a great deal of blood in the yard, along with a half-dead wolf coughing weakly. What happened, Mr. Wolf?
Woodcutters, friend. You can't trust them. Beware their axes, even worse than knives.
The wolf finishes dying. I probably should have said that like he was dying.
Woodcutters, friend. You can't trust them. Beware their axes. They're even worse than their knives.
There we go. I'll eat the wolf. You haul the strangely heavy carcass back home, and Elder points out a sewn-up gash down the wolf's belly and says it was good work. I can either take credit for the woodcutter's surgical precision, or I'll admit that it was someone else who cut the wolf open. There we go. The Elder is impressed with your honesty and says so. You open the gash and find stones inside the wolf. How odd. Okay, we can have a go for some more politics. We can explore some more. We did quite a bit of politics. We'll go on another exploration. We got 2 mystery footprints. Or we got a guy that's having a right old laugh there, isn't he? Let's see what he's laughing about. A flock of geese are in the square. No, honk, one can talk. Honk, above the din. Honk. Nash Nash screams. Last one to drive them away is the loser. And she's on that human scooter she found. Honk. Not you too. Sheesh. Honk. Fun. Very fun. We can hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own, or the stick is mightier than the wheel, or just grab the scooter for yourself. Let's try and find our own cool secret weapon. You run to Hamrag's hovel and borrow the fox pelt he uses as a doormat. Let's gear up. Plunking it on your head, you run toward the geese, growling and yipping. The geese swarm you. Uh-oh, you can think of only 2 good options. You can either out-honk the geese or attack them. Let's try and out-honk them. I'm good at that. Honk. Yay! You honk so loudly the geese think you to be the boss goose and follow you to the nearest pond. Nash Nash accepts the loss and scoots off. Now I'm both the snake slayer and the boss goose. Wow, we're moving up in the world. There we go. We've got 5 days left. How many politics did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many adventures have we done? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's even it out. Let's do another adventure. The big screamy guy. You're following a deer in the forest when the trail comes to an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoofprints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks. It's a trap! That's my best Admiral Akbar impression. That was bad. I'll try again. It's a trap! Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster? We should fight the trap. No, we'll turn the trap against the deer. There we go. You walk into the cave and find Hamrag taking one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability when he's awakened. A twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeing. Draw the deer closer. You shriek and crouch, readying your claws. Hamrag starts to wake up. Now, go! The deer has crept forward to watch you spring the trap, and it's caught by surprise as you leap back out of the cave. You kill it with a single swipe of your claws. That'll teach it. Hamrag stumbles out of the cave, half asleep, but ready to fight. Let's give him some deer meat. Yay! You mollify the huge monster with half the deer carcass. Hamrag says, "Hey, you can wake me up any time if it's gonna be with a meal like that." Great. Wow, we've actually got quite good scores going on. The ferocity is now our lowest, not cleverness. We have 4 days left, so we should do 2 of each. We should do 1 more politic. We go for the food. There we go. Gobclaws and you are arguing about what to have for lunch. She got to pick last time. Suddenly, your favourite food flies down from the sky and perches within arm's reach. The magpie chirps. "Have either of you seen a cornfield around here?" Your stomach growls. Why is that bird talking? No, it's tough, but we can help the bird. Through gritted teeth and a sheen of sweat, you coolly tell the bird where to find a human cornfield. After it flies off, Gobclaws asks why you did that. Because it will be tastier someday if it's eaten a lot of corn. That's good. That's clever. She nods to you. Fine, but that doesn't help us right now. We still need to get a real meal. Oh, yeah, actually thinking about that was a bad move. We were both hungry and we ended up with nothing. But maybe later on we'll be able to eat that magpie. Right. Let's go for the puddle. Your neighbour, the elder monster Eulalia, walks slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Who's Eulalia again? She's one of your next door neighbours, but she's much older than you. Mumps and mumps. She has tough scales and eyes of several different sizes. Okay, we can follow her. Let's follow her. As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her. Then they go to her hovel and start smashing things. What's going on? Greedblitz stops tearing apart Eulalia's dining table and says, she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's going to release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat. I don't know why you sound like that, but what happens when monsters dissolve? Monsters who get to a certain age either settle into their personality and shape forever, or they let themselves become one with the slime from which they came. Their personality would then affect future generations of monsterlings. Okay, that's quite cool. I'm gonna run after Layla and thank her for all the help that she did. You're gonna be remembered, Eulalia, and we'll see a bit of you in every monsterling from now on. Eulalia wipes a slimy tear from one of her smaller eyes and sniffs. Give her a hug. You hug Eulalia. She squishes. Her body is already starting to break down and dissolve. She breaks away, smiles one last time, and walks quickly toward the brood cave. You'll never see her again. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I made that sound really depressing. But she's going to help out a new generation of monsterlings. All her talent and her awesomeness will be spread to the next generation in the spawning vat, so it's okay. Circle of life. We've got 2 days left, so we're going to do 2 more explorations. We're going to do both mystery footprints and see where they lead. The spine doctor has asked you to catch a special fox. It limps, she says, and it coughs. I need it quickly, if at all. Why does she need the fox? The spine doctor swats you with one prickly arm. There's no time for questions. Get the fox or don't. Okay. Let's go after it. You go forth into the forest, trailing the fox. As you get closer, you catch a glimpse of its ragged ears between 2 trees. The fox is limping slowly. Let's get closer. As you draw near, you smell something sickly sweet. The fox slumps and vomits green matter onto the forest floor. Your claws tremble at the thought of touching it. Chase the fox, but stop to wash your claws frequently. Yeah, that's smart. No! We lost bravery. But we've got cleverness, so it's kind of evened out. Unfortunately, the fox easily loses you in the whale mist while you're washing your claws in a stream. You're not absolutely sure it was there at all. Could we have imagined it? Probably not. But oh no, we lost respect. Probably not, but regardless, you return to Omen in shame. The doctor says nothing, but other monsters point and whisper in the street. Ah, we were on a roll there with all the snake conquering and the deer trapping, but I guess we were too awesome. We were too awesome. We had to show some sign of weakness. That's my excuse. We go for the other mystery footprint and see where it leads us. You and Nash encounter the proud bear. This is an honour and a problem. The proud bear has killed monsters, something rare in the animal kingdom. He stares at you. Consider the bear. The bear is so potent that it deserves capital letters when being referred to. He shines from within, radiating a light invisible to the eye, but plain to the heart. Nod cordially and leave. The bear doesn't move. You go back the way you came. Oh, nothing happened! Nothing happened! I just respected the proud bear. And we didn't actually get any points for that, so oh well. I think this is the end of adulthood now. Here we go. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft, and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Go and see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood, and you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. Oh dear. Let's return to the hovel and prepare. We can't stop fate. Right. Go with them to dissolve or become an elder. Let's see what happens. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. We can try and become an elder. Come on, we can do this. A masked elder comes forward. She says,
"It's time to decide."
All the elders growl and snarl. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. The masked elder asks,
"Who has already decided the fate of this monster?"
A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says,
"Choose one.
Chance will guide your claw." Let's look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a pore. You can't tell one stone from the other. It's all down to fate then. It's all down to chance. Let's pick the best looking one. As you reach for the stones, someone shrieks in the distance. All eyes turn in that direction. You realise you can peek under the stones if you're quick. Resist the temptation. You wait a moment and the shrieking dies away. All the elders turn back to watch you. Let's choose the next one. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up, speaking intently. The masked elder says, "Ah, honesty. But you have just passed that test." Next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster frowning in concentration.
"We will test your cleverness."
The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks, and then performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before. She says,
"Now you do it."
let's try and copy every move and movement, every noise and movement. We do have quite a bit of cleverness. It might work. You're a dancing fiend! Polite applause washes across the crowd. You knew you could do it, sort of. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. Let's dance over the cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. If there's enough blood in it, you'll ascend. Ooh. Ooh. Let's look at the cauldron. It's quite full. There's far more blood in there than slime. Here we go. You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You're an elder now. Here's how we're doing. Wow! We've got 100% kindness, 87% cleverness, 86% bravery, 75% honesty, and 56% ferocity, and we've got 61% respect. We are actually doing quite awesome. Cleverness was our lowest stat at the start of this, and now it's our second highest. So there we go. You are now an elder and reside in Zanak, a bustling city at the centre of the monster world. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. There we go! So we are now an elder! We managed to avoid the dissolving into the spawning vat, and now we can move on to hopefully help out both humankind and monsterkind. Maybe we can band them together, maybe we can make them fight. We'll find out next time. Thanks for watching, you're awesome, bye!